It's got a couple bolts in her. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Flat Thunder channel. My name's Andy, and if you follow along, you'll know that this is an International 9400 strip semi chassis. It still has the tandem drive axles on the rear and a few other miscellaneous odds and ends that need to get stripped off of this frame, but we purchased this for good old Margaret. So we need to get this thing stripped down and get it the heck off of the trailer, because we always need to use the trailer. Here we go. We're gonna get the tools fired up, the impact fired up, and start ripping and tearing. We got the usual suspects here. We got the right brand tool roll all laid out. We got Grandpa's old impact wrench, which actually still works. Pretty impressed by that. Our Ingersoll Rand air hammer, and our mega 1-inch drive, Armstrong ratchet. I gotta use this big boy to break the bolts loose sometimes. A little stubborn, and then hammer them on home with the impact. Here we go. Well, we had our first failure here. The ratchet didn't give it up, but the adapter to go from 1 inch down to 1/2 inch. Yeah. Guess I need to invest in some bigger sockets. I always thought this is kind of cool, seeing how it broke. I don't know if we can focus on that. You can see where it twisted off at the very end. See the lines. Ultimately, it went all the way into the middle there and then broke off at this little raised spot abruptly. Got loose really fast. Oopsie poopsie. Need a 15/16 and 3/4. Ignore that China part. American made ratchet. Import sockets. This one was Taiwanese. Kind of slightly better. Just too much torque. Socket gave it up on this one, but I think it's been trying for a while. Oh. That's definitely tight. I need a deep well. Don't have a deep well. Guess they didn't want this one coming off of here. Talk to me. I had to get the torch out. I think this is just a better way to go about this. basically it. We got all the suspension bolts out, or loose. This one just needs to pop out. It's probably got weight on it. We got all the suspension bolts unbolted from the suspension hangers, and this side's ready to come off. Biggest problem we had was up here. This angle iron that was on there for what I'm guessing was a fifth wheel hitch was rust jacked out quite a bit, and that made those bolts extremely tight and gave us a huge fit. Other side, we're just going to go ahead and zip those off directly with the good old Metabo. Make those go away without fighting them. But other side, much the same as this. We got to get up in there and get some hoses. It's go time. We got as much stuff as we're going to strip off the frame stripped off, which is pretty much all of it. What we're trying to do is lift the frame off of the trailer, leave the rear axles there, and then we'll come back and pick those after. Frame's kind of teetering because it's sitting on that cribbing in the middle, and then it's chained at the back. We got it hooked up to old Margaret here and the PK12000. We're going to try to lift it lightly and then go back and knock out all the bolts and release the chains. Here we go. I hope this goes smooth. This is going to be the biggest first lift of this old girl. Now we're just snagging on the bag mounts.
That right there is how it was supposed to pick the first time. Nice and level with basically one chain attempt. We added in the extra kicker to make it balance more. Yeah, it's hanging pretty well level.
We got the axles for Margaret. They're disassembled from the old semi chassis. The axles, the old semi chassis, and all the major components are off of the trailer, and we're ready to use the trailer for another project. We got to go pick up big MFer soon to use that on a project we got coming up in the future. Super excited about this. This is a major step in the right direction. First was sourcing the pieces and then disassembling them from the semi chassis. And now we got to decide what's the plan. Need to come up with a plan pretty soon. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Leave your questions and comments in that section below. And don't forget to punch that subscribe button your way out.